Gary,
Hello there, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Excellent.
Um, would you like to tell the boys and girls at home um, some of your bands and projects that you work on?
Oh.
And
I've been in many bands over the years. I'm not currently in one just now. I'm doing some sort of drag poetry kind of thing just now because I didn't want to start another band and get disappointed, so I'd do something myself for a wee while.
how's that working out?
It's a bit odd. I didn't think it would catch on, but I've managed to get taken in with the cabaret people, the spoken word and poetry people. You know, it's a wee bit kind of more serious and deep, and the stand-up comedy scene as well, which is quite strange. I didn't see it as being funny, but I guess it must be kind of funny.
I think the poems are quite funny, and I think that's the best sort of poem.
Oh yeah, I do have lots of serious ones, but they never get read.
No, too serious.
Some of them are a wee bit depressing.
Your dark moments.
Yes, indeed, I am quite dark, really, deep down.
Yeah. Do you think that's why you're such a prolific artist? Because you've got to get some torment out or something?
Restless, I don't know how to relax.
No. Get restless lives.
Yes, indeed. There's always things going on in here. But it just comes out in a slightly different way just now. I don't write so many songs. I've got one or two I've been working on, but I don't know.
Would you like to give us a wee blast of something that you're working on?
I could do. I've got one that I hope you don't mind. I don't actually know it very well, but it's here. I've not got very much of it. I call it P.S. Smell Me.
Okay.
There's not really a lot of space in this, but I'll hunker down.
Would you be
And
better
get
sitting
caught.
here?
Oh no, that's okay. It's a difficult song to write because it's kind of it's like the same. These four chords. It's quite difficult to get out of these four chords. So coming up with another section is very difficult. Cover me in petrol, set me alight. Throw me to the lions, watch me fight. No, it goes a bit like that. Probably, no, I don't think I will play the rest actually.
Okay.
You get the idea.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Sorry, I got a bit nervous though.
So, when you're doing your poetry, do you accompany yourself?
Yeah, I didn't at first, but that's because I got my first gig after only having thought of it a few weeks prior, so I kind of cobbled together some poems, but then a couple of gigs later I did start to... I'm genuinely musical, so I had to start doing that, and I think it became a bit more alive when I did that. The songs go down better, I find.
Right.
Because it's a mixture of choice 80s covers, daft songs. Usually the daft songs are kind of probably the best. That's kind of basically what I do, 80s covers and daft songs.
Well, I've had a spoonful of sugar in my head all week, and that's been your fault.
Yeah, sorry. I kind of figured I'd try and do one that people would know at least. And I've always liked Spoonful of Sugar. Aye.
Were you, are you from a musical family?
I believe my dad did play guitar years ago, but nobody to the extent of what I am, if that's what you mean. Like, no, I don't think so. Not totally musical.
How many albums have you made?
I'm not entirely sure, but on my Bandcamp page I've got about 40 or 50, and some of them are EPs. But, and that's not everything I've done though. That's the things that I'm kind of not so... I don't mind people listening to, because there's lots of rubbish stuff as well.
If people want to check out your Bandcamp, how do they find it on the internet?
Google Chairman Cow. That's probably the best way. Although some other things that aren't related to me come up because someone else has come up with that name. But chairmancow.bandcamp.com, I think that's the address for it.
And it's all there.
Yeah, it's all generally free to download and stream as well. Although you can pay if you want, but I wouldn't really mind if you don't. You get to listen to it first.
German Cow, Lazy Bones,
B-Side Boy.
B-Side Boy.
You Can't Eat the Word Food. No, that's a real band name. That was my old band. I was in there for years. We actually released an album at one point, and then nobody bought it. And then we split up not long after that, mainly to get away from the record company.
All right, proper.
So it wasn't a really bad split up. It was like, no, we need to get out of this contract.
Right.
The album was called The Theory of Edibility as well. It was the most horrible compromise I've ever had to make. That was horrible.
And what was your role in the band?
Singing and playing guitar. I probably come up with most of the songs as well, but it was a fairly collaborative effort. And most of the songs they weren't depressing. They were all kind of generally quite positive, kind of mostly upbeat melodic tunes.
There's a huge range of influences in your work. I think you must devour music.
Yeah, a small little hole. Yes, indeed. It can be anything. I'm also influenced by the world around me as it crumbles, more or less.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's feeling a bit crumbly. And we're here in Clydebank with its great musical heritage.
Aye, that's right.
That must be a big influence.
I pure loved Wet 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 when I was 6. So I did. I got to meet Mark Pellow a couple of times. He patted me on the head and he signed my popped in sold out cassette. Yeah, that was brilliant.
That must have been a magical moment.
Indeed,
And is he as skinny as he looks in real life?
I haven't seen him recently, but certainly, yeah, he was. And he had spiky hair, which probably made him seem taller. So it was
Yeah. And was that here?
Yeah, a bit further down the hill, but yeah, it was. He used to stay downstairs from my grandparents. So they kind of knew his family.
Good people.
I believe so. Aye.
That's great. What else has Clydebank got going? The sewing machines.
Yeah, that's right. Big ships.
Yeah, big
ships. I suppose it'd be the kind of most famous thing.
The shopping centre.
Yeah, that's right. Aye.
And was it the first McDonald's in Scotland? Is that?
I did not know that. Is that a fact?
I don't know if it's a fact, but I think if you say it with enough
a big
conviction.
deal. I remember it was a big deal when it opened.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
So to get back to
yes, indeed.
music, how did you come up with the drag poetry concept?
I'd always had this burning desire to do something along those lines, but just never had the chance or the time. But I thought it'd be a good way to kind of just throw caution to the wind, as it were, like get out of my comfort zone and do that. That's not a very good explanation, I know, but the rationale behind it is all very odd and misty. But I just wanted to do something different, basically. Rather than starting another band. I've been in and out of bands for years. I would like to do it again at some point, but we're really just trying something different.
So you can just rock up.
You only get to play for 5-10 minutes as well, so you don't have to. It's not as tiring. It's half-hour sets or longer, certainly.
And you've been welcomed into the.
Aye, I would say so. I do feel well. I've made a lot of new friends. Yeah, it's been nice. And a lot of colourful characters as well.
I bet.
Yeah, most definitely.
You've got fish here.
Yeah, I have. You can't see them, but there was 6 originally. One of them died. It was John, Paul, George, and Ringo, and Ziggy and Nemo. John, ironically, was the first to go. George is the biggest. So I think he'll be around for a wee while. He's really greedy, so he is.
And does the cat ever try and get one?
No, it doesn't show any interest in them really. They might have done when he was younger. Maybe it's because they're kind of small, really. I can't remember the name of the type of fish that they are. I'm really bad with details like that.
I wish the cat was here. I think it's the biggest cat I've seen.
Really?
I think so.
And saying that, whenever I see other cats, I'm amazed at how slender they are.
Yeah. Have you got anything coming up?
I'm going to be quite busy in November. I've got 4 gigs all in the space of like 10 days, which is quite a lot for me. I'm playing the Festival of Burlesque I've got a couple of comedy nights and I've got a cabaret night as well, like all in that space of time. I didn't know whether to get specific with dates and times.
Yeah, go for it.
It's the Riding Room on Thursday the 10th, and then the Riding Room. Yeah, it's like that cocktail bar kind of place.
In Glasgow.
Yeah, it's in the Merchant City.
Right.
That's where the Festival of Burlesque's happening. And then on the 12th, I'm in somewhere called the Western Bass Club, and just off of Byers Road. It's called the Comedy Cake Showcase. I believe that's sold out though, so I don't know if I should probably bother advertising that one. And then somewhere called Duke's Bar on Monday the 14th of November, which is a spangled cabaret night. There'll be like magicians and burlesque dancers and things like that happen like that. And then Saturday the 19th in the Cools, I think that's a comedy and a music night. So there's bands and comedians. I don't know, a mixture. But
do you think it works?
Yeah, they don't mix them all up. They'll have comedy and all that first, and then they have the bands on. I suppose it's okay.
People are chatting through concerts a lot these days and gigs.
Yeah.
So does the comedy make them be quiet and listen for a while?
It depends on the comedian, I suppose. Some of them aren't commanding enough. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe some of them are just starting out kind of meek, perhaps. And then you get ones that are quite loud. There was a guy I seen. I hope I'm getting his name right. I think it might be. Oh dear, no, I've forgotten his name. He had a trombone anyway. A stand-up comedian with a trombone. It was absolutely brilliant. But I feel bad. I can't remember his name now.
So
he was from Edinburgh. I remember that.
There's a whole world of all this interesting stuff
going on. Yeah. I'm only just discovering it.
Right.
I wish I'd played my song about catching the tiger instead of that P.S. Smell Me song.
Well, why don't you?
Yeah. Okay. It's called Catch the Tiger. It's kind of like it's supposed to be like an inspirational, motivational kind of song. Get up on your feet and catch the tiger. Get up on your feet and catch him now. Get up on your feet and catch the tiger. Though he's much faster than your average cow. Climb onto your ship and chase the Viking. Climb onto your ship and chase him down. As far as I know, there were no female Vikings, so him is an acceptable pronoun. Modern living's hard, but you can be too if you put your mind to it. Here's some words of encouragement just for you. Go into your fridge and eat the cheesecake. Go into your fridge and munch it down. Of course, a cheesecake is just an example. Whatever your preference, swap it round. Now, calm the fuck down and stroke a kitten. Look at her wee face, hear her purr. Calm the fuck down and stroke a kitten. Maneuver your hand across her fur. Modern living's a bitch, if you don't mind me saying. It's the mildest word I can muster. Here are some words to help cut through the pain. Go back in time and tickle a T-Rex. Now it gets a bit ridiculous at that point, because then I have to explain about how the abstract concept of time travel notwithstanding, tickling a T-Rex is probably even more abstract, because the concept of vulnerability is probably an evolutionary thing, and how, you know, they probably wouldn't be able to tackle one.
T-Rexes aren't tickly.
No, I'm thinking that they probably didn't know about that back then, but that's obviously something that's happened with evolution. Anyway, sorry.
That was wonderful.
Sorry, that was that song. That's probably better than the other one. I wish I'd played that first. Sorry, everybody.
Well, it's good to go out in a high.
I haven't been timing it, but I'm hoping that maybe you have.
Would you like to recommend a book, a record and a film for the boys and girls at home?
As long as I don't have to explain the film. I'm not entirely sure how to explain Zardoz, this dystopian Sean Connery film from the 70s. That's pretty good. It's pretty weird, quite trippy. I just wish I'd picked something that I could explain.
Is he like a warrior type guy?
Yeah. He's called a brutal, and it's set in the future, and there's like the brutals and the immortals, or the Eternals, or whatever they're called, and they're both segregated, and he breaks into the Eternals world and causes havoc and brings death with him.
Sounds great.
I decided to choose a book that I don't need to explain. It's called The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. Now, I've read it once, but I hope to read it again and actually implement these things. Because I probably should learn how to not give it, but I'm an overthinker. But that's a book I would probably recommend. And then the album would be Jad Fair and Yola Tango, called Strange But True. And it was really just because of the titles that I got it. It's all like fake newspaper headlines, like Helpful Monkey Wallpapers Entire Home. That's the first track. And you get X-ray reveals doctor left wristwatch inside patient. So they're all silly songs about fake newspaper stories.
So who's that? Yola Tango and who?
Jad Fair.
Right, is that a person?
Yeah, I believe so. He's a bit of a strange character. I think he kind of collaborates with a lot of people. I think this was only done in like 2 or 3 days. He made an album with Teenage Fan Club years ago as well. I think it was. It just kind of, I think, just gets together with them and just makes a random album. I don't know. I've not heard a lot of his stuff, but that was quite amusing. Was that a bit too obscure?
No, that sounds good. Good stuff to get involved.
Was either that or the Who Live at Leeds. I was also going to recommend the Who Live at Leeds, but.
Gary.
Yes.
Thanks very much.
No, thank you very much for coming up.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Any flies when you're doing these things? Oh, 14:30.
Oh, yes.
Perfect.